What's going on, y'all? So this is Rashad from Mary's Webs, bringing you a video on how to combat mycosis in centipedes. So mycosis is a fungal infection that can be devastating to centipedes, especially desert species. Now, the more tropical species that come from really humid environments are a little bit more resistant to mycosis, but it can be devastating nonetheless. So what we're doing right now is we're basically creating a knockout chamber. We have a syllable cup with a hole in the middle. This hole basically allows us to fully submerge the centipede in the water, which will put it in a comatose-like state so that we can actually, medicate the affected segments of the legs and exoskeleton without being at risk of envenomation, because centipedes can't bite you, but they have forcepules, which are modified legs connected to venom glands. So it would be a venomous pinch. And so this enclosure is a temporary enclosure filled with dry substrate, a water dish for hydration, and ample cross ventilation. So we're going to keep this centipede in this enclosure, this knockout chamber, quote, for about 25 to 30 minutes. That's going to allow it to fully go to sleep. And now that our centipede is asleep, we are going to lay it out and start basically, medicating the affected segments of its legs and exoskeleton. This species is Scolopendra whitebeard, one of my favorite species. And this is still a relatively small specimen. It can get really big. And so now with a push pin, I'm going to delicately scrape off as much of the mycosis as I can before I start medicating it. And do not make jokes about my hands. I know if I rub them together, we might have a fire in here. And so as I'm scraping off as much fungus as I can, I'm browsing, and I want to do this as fast as possible because I don't want the pea to start coming to as I'm working on it. And so I'm putting our saline solution that is basically made from rock salt that is dissolved in water. Now, I also wanted to say, when you're knocking out your centipede in the water chamber, you want to use room temperature water. You don't want it too cold.